Thinking about me, and also I'm very happy that I'm here, and I must acknowledge all the help and guidance and support given by Professor Sharma, and particularly during when he was the secretary DST. And I remember after taking over as the director, one of the few women directors of DST, and he was brave enough to, I think, support my application as well. So, in the sense that, there were not too many women to head the organization, and people will look at it, oh, okay, we were taking an organization, that kind of a situation. And during COVID times, we had very difficult situation to conduct meetings, and he was very supportive, call away. So he would just resolve whatever issues. The title of my talk, which you will see soon, is the Innovation, Technology and Sustainable Future Driven by Astronomy. So my idea to talk about in this particular audience, which I mentioned by the previous speaker, is that the diverse audience coming from various backgrounds, and the diversity is the strength here. And what I wanted to talk about is how astronomy is bringing a difference to how we do things. And we share the screen. So let me contribute to the history of it. As you know, astronomy is an ancient science. So they're doing the country, and India is known for astronomy and contribution to astronomy historically. Apart from that, as an organization that started in Gujarat, the observatory was set up. It also did the trigonometric survey, etc., and also did expeditions to study the sun during total solar eclipses. And it was one of the sessions when in the 1950s, there was a total solar eclipse where we observed the corona and found the line, which is not known, which later on came to be known as helium. Studied helium to do with, helio to do with the sun, that's the origin. And then it moved to Kodaikanal in 1899. So the Kodaikanal observatory is still functional. It is 125 years old, one of the oldest observatories in the world, actually, functional observatories in the world. And in 1971, it became Indian Institute of Astrophysics and under the Indian Department of Science and Technology. So we've been under the Department of Science and Technology, supported and grew by them. Where are we now? Starting from Kodaikanal observatory, we will basically study the sun. And we do many things, and we do have a lot of observing facilities across the country, starting from Kodaikanal. Then we have one in Kamulu, which is near Bengaluru. And then we said that we know that we are going to the rain. So we want to look at the sky now. You can't do it from most of the part of India. So where do you have to put the telescope? You have to put the telescope above the clouds, either in space or in a place where the clouds are least affected. That's Himalayas. So we have set up an observatory in Honey Lake, which is at 4,500 meters above sea level. So you can look up at the Indian Astrophysics website or Honey Lake Observatory. So that was set up in 2000. Now you can imagine going to 4,500 meters above sea level for everybody is not a possible thing because health reasons, less oxygen, it's a high altitude desert. So it is remotely operated from Bangalore. So we've been operating for the last 25 years. So these are the ground observatories we have. And what we've done in the last 2 decades is different, is also we have built payloads and they are operating in space for more than 10 years now. The first payload we have built is the UV imaging telescope, which is flown on AstroSat in 2015. So the lab is you need to build. It's an infrastructure investment, and the training of people will now build a payload. And ultraviolet is a very difficult wavelength to do because if you shine a light from there to here, it will not reach because molecules will absorb. That's why even light is. Okay? Full of stars. So the magic happens in the night because the sky is very transparent and you can actually see the bands in the Milky Way. And you can really, this is astrophotography, but then you can really see with your naked eye the kind of the bands, the dark bands you can see actually. So it's a real magic which happens in the night. It's a true nature. So moving forward, this is the thing I'm talking about. So we have the history is shown here. This is the center, and we are also setting up a planetarium in Mysore. That planetarium is first of its kind in the world. The side that you can see the display is an LED screen, right? Previously, you used to have projectors which is projected on the screen. Now, we don't have a projector, we have an LCD screen. Now, this planetarium which we are building in Mysore will also not have projectors, will have the full LED dome. So, this is the first of its kind, and the construction is almost nearing the end, and we are integrating the thing. So, in the next few months, we will be inaugurating and open for experience. So, that will be the next project. So, we built the UV imaging telescope on Astrotrack, which is completing 10 years in orbit, still producing data, and it is also released to public. The next one drives a lot of innovation and technology. The GPS is actually it requires some amount of astronomy. The camera you have in your mobile is driven by astronomy in the early CCDs which were actually required low light level detectors, semiconductor devices. So there's a lot of technology which is driven by astronomy, so some of them might be up. And ground-based astronomy has played a major role in understanding the thing. And in here we have observatories. In the top one is a Kanpur observatory. The one below is shown here, the 2.3 meter telescope, is actually fully built in India in 1985. The one next to is the 3.6 meter telescope in Aries, which is actually not built, it's a combination of industry and it's a foreign industry, but it's a marvel. You can see a huge, humongous things in there. So you need a lot of engineering technology, and to handle everything, we have to innovate, because nothing like textbook is written that you have to. If you want to dismantle the 3.6 meter, they quoted recently in a voting chamber. You need to innovate and do things as we go. And are we happy with ground-based telescope? No, because as you know that the high energy doesn't reach the Earth because of ozone. You have to put the telescopes above the atmosphere. So you have to have multi-wavelength coverage. Is that it? No. The atmosphere distorts the light which is coming. This is the famous twinkling of stars. So stars do twinkle and we lose energy in the process. So you can actually create untwinkling by technology. So you can have a deformable mirror, but you have to have a feedback loop. For that astronomy, what they do, they create an artificial star using laser. You can see in this telescope shooting an artificial star. And the wavefront is taken to understand how the deformation happens. And you have to have a positive closed loop feedback system to create an image. What you can do is to show the image shown here. Look at our galaxy center. Without an adaptive optics, you will see a blurred image. But if you get adaptive optics, you can see this clearly. And this is being used to understand the black hole at the center of the galaxy. Now, this is a technology which is driven by astronomy, but actually has a lot of applications. If you want to recover images that used in defense and laser projection, etc., it's a completely different technology, but driven by astronomy. The other one is, so where we stand now, we have a completely multi-wavelength coverage of space telescopes as well as ground-based telescopes. You can see from gamma to radio. You can see these science is done using these instruments, and you need innovators, technology, starting from building the whole, what material can be used for in space, electronics, image processing to communication. Everything comes integrated here. Where do we stand? Yes, this is the AstroSat which was launched in 2015. We are going to celebrate 10 years of AstroSat here. This is the making of one of the instruments here. Most of them we have done for the first time. Nobody can actually ask, how do you do it? We have to think about it and innovate there and do it. Most of the systems are like that. And this is the engineering unit which is sitting here, which was used for testing, and these are the images. And we operate the payload operation center in IIA. So where do we innovate extra? And if you want to go for bigger telescopes, you can see the Hubble mirror here, which is a single mirror. It's a hole in the center because the light has to pass through. Now, if you want to go bigger, you can't make bigger and bigger mirrors. It's fragile, it can break. Now, you disrupt the technology, disruptive technology, you make segmented mirror. Now, if you won't go for segmented mirror and put all this around this here, does it work? No, it doesn't work. You have to make it into shapes. So, this is the hexagonal shape mirror. Now, this is the mirror alignment for the James Webb telescope. It's the first segmented mirror in space. Okay, and then you have a lot of technological challenges here to face it, etc. This is also done here. Now, do we have segmented mirror technology? Yes. Thanks to the India being partnership in the 30 meter telescope project, which Professor Sharma also supported from the ESG as such. So this is the telescope where India is producing a lot of components. 70 industries are involved. ARCI is also involved in that. And we have 492 segments there, segment in the telescope. So who makes this 492 segments plus pairs? One segment to polish used to take 6 months to 1 year. That is the traditional way of polishing. But you can't do this because it takes ages to produce. So you change the technology and use the stress mirror technology using the stress actuators. You can actually use a mirror as a liquid, you stress it and release it in the shape of how you stressed it. And that technology we have now, and we can polish in 2 weeks. So that's a completely different ballgame. We got the technology from the mirror making company itself. We have this facility running in Bengaluru in one of our campuses. Now, who supports it? LNB has qualified for the support structure. The entire technology we have now in the last 10 years, built up in the last 10 years in the country to do it. Now, I don't want to go into this particular thing that is run out of space. I'll move to, so I have completed 2 technology innovations driven by astronomy. One is the segmented mirror thing, and the other is DRDO optics. Now, let me talk about how astronomy can impact socio-economic conditions in the country. So, as you can see, this particular observatory is in a very remote place and very high altitude, but there are villages and people staying there. How do we make them recipient of such a, how do they get the benefit of doing astronomy there? So, these are the installations we have. Recently, MAINS is installed by BA Park there. So, these are the installations and we also employ it. So, this is the innovative project we have done called the 100 Large-Scale Research Project. So, just this is a short video of the project, so you just enjoy 30 minutes and then come back to it. This is Ladakh, filmed during winter. Administration, people, and IIA. What we do, we train the villagers to show the sky. And the administration helps us to buy telescope and give it them. So they know the sky, they know how to operate the telescope, they know things about what is inside the telescope, they know how to communicate, they talk to people. And they make money with that. And we don't have to visit the center, we don't want people to come and visit us to explain. We would like them to go to the village and then they will explain everything. If you go there, you will see even homestays named as Milky Way and Andromeda. So they know different aspects of astronomy. So it's wonderful, and we have good support from the government as well. So we carry out many things, and there's another thing is staff party we hold. So people come and enjoy the sky and we do that. So this is the aspect of it. So we also have people come there to take astrophotography. Astrophotography is another big thing that is going on now. So this is the whole just a large-scale research project. to actually trust the people. And I want to thank and greetings to Professor Salman. Thank you.